Today we're going to be talking about my 4 favorite top spots to find editors for self-published authors. Hello, my name is Rory D. Nelson. If you're new to my channel, I'm the author of the Brotherhood of Merlin series and the awesome spin-off Hound of Hell Dark Fantasy. Today we're going to talk about 4 favorite places of mine to find editors for self-published authors. Coming in at number 1, we have eBook Launch. eBook Launch started as a cover designer and formatter, and now they've branched out into editing as well. They do copy editing, they do developmental editing, and they also do line editing. So they come very highly recommended. They do an awesome job at formatting. I have used their services before, and now I'm in the process of updating a couple of my books with them. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to fare with that. Also, what they do, which is kind of nice, is they give you a 750 word sample edit, which is very nice, and that's free of charge. And then if you accept the quote, they go from there. It's a great company, and they really have awesome customer service, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how they do with that. Number 2 on the list is Kirkus. Kirkus is, of course, most people are familiar with the Kirkus reviews, which are very notable in the industry. It's not necessary to have an editorial review, but if you do want one, you can stand assured that you're going to get a very good one for your money. The people do have credentials. The editors are very well credentialed as well, and they go through a very tough vetting process. It is expensive. I'm not going to lie. It's probably the most expensive on this list. But you are going to get what you're paying for, and the prices are pretty much standard across, regardless of what editor you get. So you just kind of have to realize that their prices are probably the highest in the industry. Number 3, we have Fiverr Pro. As far as their prices go, they kind of vary between seller to seller. Now, if you're not familiar with Fiverr, Fiverr started as a company that basically offered any digital gig or whatever for $5, but they've actually evolved, and there's actually some gigs that cost thousands of dollars. You can have a commercial made. You could actually have every facet of the self-publishing process done through Fiverr, although it would cost you a hell of a lot of money. It's going to be a lot more than $5. So the one thing I like about Fiverr Pro, though, as opposed to their regular Fiverr sellers, is the fact that they're all vetted. They go through a vetting process, and not everybody makes it. They have to be well established in their field. So it's definitely, and the one thing that I like about Fiverr Pro, and also Kirkus, is that their services are guaranteed, and if somebody doesn't deliver on one, you will get your money back. In the case of Fiverr, you don't actually get your money back, but you do get a credit. Although if you really couldn't use, like say a $2,000 credit, they would probably refund your money. But I do like the fact that you have protection as a consumer, and that's very, very important, rather than just going to the internet and looking up a bunch of editors, not sure if they're going to screw you over, because in this business, people do get screwed over quite a bit. Next on the list, we have my all-time favorite, which is Reedsy. I love Reedsy. These are the top level editors of their field. They've all worked at traditional publishing houses. The vetting process is fierce at Reedsy, and that's what I like about them. This is the top 3% of all editors. Their prices tend to be a little bit higher, as you would expect with this level of expertise. It's going to be expensive, but God, is it well worth it. I found my awesome developmental editor at Reedsy. I love him. If you do want to know more about all the levels of editing, I do recommend my other video in which I talk about that. But those are my top 4 picks for the places to find great editors. You're going to need it to be in this business if you're going to put your best page forward. Absolutely necessary. I do recommend you doing it. Please, if you like my content, hit that thumbs up. and subscribe. I am going to talk about cover design in my next video, which is another very, very important facet of the self-publishing process. So please stick with me, guys, and I'm going to deliver that to you next week. I put out content every single Wednesday to get you over that hump day, so please stay with me. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.